What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning into our very first episode of Cosmat Wrestling. Here's a rundown of the show and our predictions for each Money in the Bank match coming Sunday on the WWE Network. Now, here's how the matches are going to work. There will be insane action with 2 to 3 matches going on at one time with cameramen at certain levels and rooms in the building recording all the madness, switching back and forth from each match. Hopefully they can keep up. But the most interesting part is that the actual Money in the Bank matches, both the men's and women's matches, will start from the ground floor and end on the top of the building where there is a ring set up with ladders and the contract held high above the ring by some sort of crane. It's going to be interesting to see how long these pay-per-view matches will actually be. I know for sure the Money in the Bank never fails to shock and surprise us. This year will be no different.
You're not kidding, Matt. Well, let's jump right into predictions.
Well, the women's Money in the Bank match, we have Shayna Baszler, we have Asuka, we have Nia Jax, we have Dana Brooke, Carmella, and Lacey Evans. So I think this is a unique match. Some women who really need this opportunity. Ever since Nia Jax has returned to Monday Night Raw after her 2019 ACL tear, she has been absolutely dominant. The way she just throws Asuka in the corner of the ring, I think 2 weeks ago, got a lot of people speculating that Asuka got seriously injured. Lacey has been making a name for herself, but recently Nia Jax shows me the brute force coming out as your 2020 Money in the Bank winner.
That's a strong pick. I don't disagree with you there, but my pick would actually be Lacey Evans, like we just talked about. She's coming off a pretty big high, winning her qualifier match against Sasha Banks. She's on a huge momentum streak right now, and I just don't see that stopping anytime soon. I predict her to be your women's Money in the Bank winner.
All right, well, next up we have the men's Money in the Bank match. Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. Now, a lot of people do want Rey, but his contract is actually coming to an end, and there is a lot of speculation that he may be going to AEW. So, in the odd bets, I have Aleister. He has been lurking in the dark for some time with a few matches here and there, but I really need him to grab this huge win. He has potential to do big things with the title, so I think I got to go with Aleister on this one, Kyle.
Yeah, and I would love to see Aleister win, but, I got a soft spot for Otis. He's my main guy.
Can't go wrong with that.
First thing first, I can't wait to see that big boulder try and climb the ladder, man. That'll be crazy. And my huge question is, will we have like a James Ellsworth, like how he helped Carmella win the title, and have Mandy go grab the Money in the Bank contract for Otis to win it? It'll be interesting to see for sure.
I know. I mean, I think if we had nostalgia just like with James Ellsworth, I think that would grab a lot of people's attention. It would be quite entertaining to see something like that and see Mandy get up on that top.
Oh, for sure. And I know everyone's been clamoring about Otis getting that big singles push, and I couldn't see a perfect time to start it rather than
Absolutely.
Then. All right, so next we have a flashback to the good old days, the old Wyatt family, as we have Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. I think Braun Strowman's going to win this match and outplay Bray Wyatt's mind games.
Well, you know what? I think I have Bray. I think Bray will grab the win over Braun. I think the WWE are going to surprise us here and try to grab more viewers with Bray as the Universal Champion. So it's going to be...
Whoever wins, I just want to see him have like a good, strong title run. And, because they're both very hard workers in the ring and they're both very athletic. So whoever wins that match, I wouldn't mind either one of them winning for sure.
Well... We'll have to see Sunday, but coming up next, we have Tamina versus Bayley. Tamina has also made a name for herself ever since returning to Raw as Nia Jax, that dominant force, so I think I got to go with Tamina with a huge upset over Bayley taking the SmackDown Women's title.
It would be great to see her get the win. I still have Bayley with maybe a little help from Sasha Banks, interfering. My big question for this match would be, we really never seen Tamina really have that big 10, 15-minute match, and I just want to see if her stamina will be able to hold up.
Well, this match is going to be certainly one for the books. Next, we do have that big tag team match.
This match is going to be insane right
We have the New Day as Kofi and Big E versus Miz and Morrison versus the Forgotten Sons, who recently debuted on Raw from NXT. And Steve Cutler and Jackson Riker Wesley Blake.
They've been demolishing the teams they've been facing so far. So, they look like a pretty well-oiled machine for just coming up.
Absolutely. I'm going to kind of want to see what they can do in the ring. And the headquarters, too. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, against two very veteran tag teams that have won a bunch of titles between the both of them.
And me saying in the ring, they can do many things in the ring, but this is at the headquarters. This is going to be something really entertaining to see all these tag teams adapt and work with one another. But I really think the Lucha House Party needs a win. They need the tag titles. After 205 Live, they have been trying to make a name for themselves.
And so it's going to be a huge step up in competition for them for sure. It could be like another scenario when Rey Mysterio went from 205 Live and eventually won the World Heavyweight Championship. No one really saw that coming, but This could be the big push that they need for sure.
They do need the win, but I think Miz and Morrison are going to take the titles off the New Day.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you.
I think it's going to happen.
Because I think you're going to have that hot title swap over where they just keep passing it back and forth, and that rivalry is just going to continue because they're both great teams performing in the ring. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. Well, coming up last, we have the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre versus the Monday Night Messiah Seth Rollins. Now, Seth does have his disciples along with him, but after Drew's huge win at WrestleMania, he does have to keep this reign going. During this pandemic, people do want to see Drew conquer when this is all over, and WWE can go back to crowds, but it would be a shame for Drew to win the title with no crowd. WrestleMania, he needed a crowd. He would have got a pop just like Kofi.
Well, dude, you can't, after his big win against friggin' Brock Lesnar, to have Seth Rollins, who's a great competitor, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't look right in my eyes for him to get stripped of the title so fast.
Yeah. I mean,
I just don't see them taking the title off of Drew. I see him becoming like the next top dog of the company and maybe taking over for like Brock Lesnar and the John Cena's in the world.
And him being as a chosen one, way back then, I think it should really pay off somehow now because he really has that potential to carry that company on his back like Cena did
definitely
for
carry
so many years.
Definitely carry the load. And continuing with that, you said that when he first made his run in the company, Vince really had a strong opinion about this guy and wanted to push him. He had a short Intercontinental title run, and Vince wanted him to be the next top guy. Unfortunately, it didn't work out at the time, but after his big win against Brock Lesnar and 99% sure his win against Seth Rollins this week, I think it'll reestablish him as that next top dog in the company.
Absolutely. He does have that momentum. He can keep going forward, and I would definitely like to see when Roman Reigns does come back. I would like to see. We have seen them fight before, and I know people might say they might be tiring, but I think it might be a little.
With the title on the line, it's gonna be I don't know, their whole element to it. And It's not like they both put on a great show in the ring.
Absolutely.
And anyone that says like, oh, we've already seen that match, but you can see a match again and again, and there could be new things and a new flair to it every single time to make the match different.
Well, there we have it. Money in the Bank is certainly going to be historic, but I really think before we go, I do have to say someone is going to be thrown off the roof or through a window. Dude. I'm calling it now.
Get it? Hopefully their medical insurance can keep up for the WWE because, if that happens,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
cameras are going to be rolling the whole time, so we'll just see how it goes.
Well, last time they recorded something like this was the WWF commercial, so there's one way to find out, and it's this Sunday on the WWE Network, Money in the Bank. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
Make sure you guys tune in to Money in the Bank this weekend, and we might have a post reaction to the Money in the Bank coming up on the channel, and maybe we made our pick, so maybe we'll have a little side bet between us, and the loser will have to do something weird on the channel.
We'll have to see. All right, thank you guys for tuning.
Yep, and thanks for all the continued support.
Got me